send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him up. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's host, if a God the host, if a the prime minister, or where they come from, send him up, send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him up. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's host, if a God the host, if a the prime minister.
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to another live video. It's your girl, Anisabel Rose. Welcome back to the channel. And we have some very important thing to speak about this morning. Everyone hearing me clearly? Let me know if you not hear me clearly. All I need is one yes. Happy Friday, everybody. Big up to all the moderators. Big up to the members of the membership. Angela and Yvonne Wallace. Big up on yourself. Wandan. Big up yourself. Chelsea Clinton. Barbara Finlay. Charmaine Ranger. Marsha Dyer. Splash DJ. Juana Tile. Big up yourself, my brother. Anita Spike. Prudence Allen. Wilbert Cameron. Much respect. AAB. Carla Ebanks. Dorrit McCoy. Novlet Williams. Geraldine. Big up on yourself. Lynette Jenkins. Much respect. So let us get into the meat of the matter, cause you know say we're gonna have the call-in session after and so on and so forth. So me not like to long and drawn out the lives them or the videos, so we'll get right into the meat of the matter. So news broke, breaking news, another deja vu moment at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, where the chief medical officer even confirmed that there was indeed 24 dead babies in the month of June alone. And I always like to boast on a Victoria Jubilee Hospital. Not many times, good outshine the bad, but in this case we have to speak of the bad as all we would speak of the good. And when you have 24 babies dead in less than a month, that is very alarming. And I did my time at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital as a midwife, spent 6.5 years there, and I must say I left in 2018, and I must say that it has been the worst, based on what I'm hearing now. It has been the worst that it has ever been. And fellow colleagues who usually work there, former midwives, a lady on the program who is a supporter of the ABR movement, says that's where she was trained. I don't want to call your name, but you are older than me, and I would love to hear your take based on your experience at the hospital, even before my time. As I said, I did 6.5 years there, and based on what I'm hearing now, it has been the worst. But anybody else can attest to a different version, let me know. So 24 dead babies, my God. And we're seeing the senior or the chief medical officer confirming same. And I'm going to read a little from the article from the Gleaner. It says Dr. Jacqueline Bissasor Mackenzie has confirmed an increase in the number of newborn deaths at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital since the start of June. But she says the rise is not linked to an outbreak of infection at the island's main maternity hospital. The Ministry of Health and Wellness acknowledged public concern over the recent deaths at the hospital's special care nursery, which caters to critically ill or premature newborns. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has reviewed the deaths at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital Special Care Nursery since the beginning of June 2025. There has been an increase compared to the previous months and to the same period last year. The deaths are not attributed to an outbreak of infection at the facility, said Mackenzie, though she did not specify how many babies have died since June 1st. The CMO said that the data showed a significant number of deceased were medically fragile. We have seen that there has been an increase in the number of admissions to the special care nursery since the start of June, and there has been an increase in the proportion of critically ill babies. Of the babies that died, 55% were premature and 60% had low birth weight. This adds to the fragility of these babies. We know that they weren't going to come with anything different from this. Who expected any better right here, so? And I'm not here to dispute whether she's telling the truth or she's telling lies. But at the end of the day, 24 is very alarming. She didn't specify the amount in this article, as the article stated. But then she didn't want to say the amount. But then she's saying that it's not because of an infection outbreak. Then she's solely blaming it on low birth weight and prematurity. But then I would even go as far back as to 2023 thereabout, when there were 9. And the Minister of Health, who happens to be Tufton, stated that it occurred in July and he was not aware until August thereabout. And we're seeing the opposition leader, Mark Jefferson Golding, pressing him in the parliament, and he could not even answer the question. And so I'm going to take it back to that clipping so you can hear. Because they chided a People's National Party administration back then when they had some infection outbreak, when we had a Fenton Ferguson who was the minister, the real doctor who was the Minister of Health back in a Portia Simpson Miller administration. And I just want you to see the lack of accountability. Did I send the footage? Hold on, ABR. Let me send over the footage to my device. No accountability back then, and not much accountability here. So 9 babies died under the same Minister Tufton's watch, and now we have 24. Big up yourself, Charm B, for joining the membership. Thanks, welcome aboard.
This issue of dogs eating or having human carcass in their mouth, I need you to check the facts to find out what actually transpired, because it was an orchestrated attempt at creating an impression which actually never occurred in Jamaica. A social media fix, and it was very unfortunate based on the source it came from, where the opposition is supposed to be responsible, and that source came straight out of your camp without calling your name.
Madam Speaker, that is unworthy. To make that pejorative remark in this House with absolutely no basis for backing it up is unworthy of the Minister, and he should withdraw that remark. That issue was reported in the media, and it was never refuted at the time. And Minister, you have not answered my question. 9 babies died under your watch in July, and you are telling me that you didn't know about it until the end of August? Are you saying that, Minister? Tell this House if that is what you're saying.
And we're still waiting on him to clarify that. We're still waiting on a response. We're still waiting on the answer to this question. Big up yourself, UB Comrade 1 PNP, Nicola Green, Ronice Nicholson. Big up on yourself, Daily Fun. Welcome, sir. We still didn't get a response from the Minister to this question. How could it be that 9 babies died at the facility and the Minister who is in charge of our health ministry is saying that he did not know until in August? What can go so? What can really go so? Please to like up the live, please and thanks, share out the live. And then I'm going to draw back to when a JLP was in opposition back in 2015. This very same leader, Anju, who was in opposition, fighting to come and gain leadership of our country. And as I stated, he chided a Fenton Ferguson when some dead babies' story were circulating. And I would love for you to hear what he said during that 2015 campaign. Big up yourself, Dwight Gray.
This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why did the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetence of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
He said back then a Portia Simpson Miller don't need to put in any stricter laws to protect children. All she needs to do to show that she cares for the children of our nation was to fire the minister when there were 18 dead babies during that time. But then we look at 9, and then we look at Another spike here, 24 in less than a month. And I'm seeing some more news circulating. Over a 2-year period, there has been over 200. But even with that, he cannot fire a Chris Tufton. He has not taken the advice that he was giving a Portia Simpson Miller at that time and done it while he is in leadership. We've seen failed medical missions under this same Chris Tufton, and they blame AC not working, and we've seen overseas doctors taking their time out of their busy schedule, spending up their own resources to come and do surgeries on our babies, on our children of our nation, who happens to be in medical crisis. And the minister stated AC this and AC that, when he must have known that the medical missions were going to be X and X time to sort out the AC. We come again, we're looking at what they're calling now, they're switching up all the words, projected cost for Cornwall Regional. We're seeing it's projected, let me use that word now, to be 20 odd billion. What they budgeted and said that would have cost 2.2 billion is projected now to be 20 odd billion. When we look at a $31.5 million drill scandal, and I could go on and on, when we look at not having enough machines to save people's lives, when we're talking about MRI machines, we're talking about CT scan machines, we're even talking about ventilators. At one point, a baby died because there weren't any available ventilators. And so it begs the question, at what point will he take his own advice in firing a Chris Tufton? You know why he cannot fire a Chris Tufton? He cannot fire a Chris Tufton because it's alleged that the steward, a big heavy man there, where did own the automobile place. At one point, it's alleged that they gave a blank check to the Jamaica Labour Party to keep and to ensure that a Chris Tufton got a seat. And so because them and the steward, them a friend allegedly, him cannot move a Chris Tufton because it's alleged that they got money. They got a blank check to ensure that man is in a seat. So I want to know what more failures can be under a Chris Tufton watch before they can move a Chris Tufton, or before this man on the screen right here so can move a Chris Tufton. I want to hear what him say again, you know. I know no found no want to hear nothing out of him mouth because he's a pathological, mendacious liar, as some say, and we know to be. And that is why we're using back the same social media where him use and gain momentum and to win the election, when him know him never ever go do half of the things them that he promised the Jamaican people. Now he's coming to say that he don't make promises, he make commitments. We are used back the same social media to remind him, because all of a sudden people bad mind and we're spreading propaganda. I know him this attack on the video. The Labourites, them will follow everything where them say and not doing their own research. And him this attack say a Portia Simpson Miller should have fired a Fenton Ferguson when there were 18 dead babies. But yet still, we have so many dead babies now under their watch. But he refused to remove a Chris Tufton.
This government does not care about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why did the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetence of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
All you need to do, Anju Holness, is to fire the Minister of Health. We're using back your very same words that you gave to a Portia Simpson Miller. We want you to walk the walk, at least in this last leg to the general election. Because you claim to say you can't turn it up and you can't turn it down. So why don't you turn it up on a Chris Tufton? At least in this last leg, make we at least say, boy, him did fire Chris Tufton. But you not have no liquor nothing about you, so therefore, you cannot tell a Chris Tufton to go. You cannot tell a Chris Tufton to go. Bless up yourself, Rumba Time News. What can go so?
We are at a time in this country when the people of Jamaica are anxious to see a change, a new Jamaica, a government in which the people can have trust and confidence. They are tired of all the scandals under this government. They are tired of situations where the government of Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, gifts fertilizer for the farmers of Jamaica who need help after the hurricane, and the cronies of this government take the fertilizer and are selling it to the farmers who are in distress. It's a disgrace. The people of Jamaica are looking on when they see the NWC refusing to attend and share test results for water testing at the KSAMC. And we even hear about Dunge River and the minister responsible for water, instead of telling them to cut the nonsense and share the information in the interest of the people. Because you can't sweep things like water quality under the carpet. If there's an issue, it must be addressed transparently so people know what is going on. And the minister didn't adopt that posture. That is the type of governance this government is offering. And what about the drill? What about the medical drill? A drill which on the market costs 1/10 of what the government bought the drill from this company. A company where the majority shareholders are JLP MP. And he claims he's holding the shares in trust, but for who? The thing mix up. It don't smell right. There's something rotten in the state of Jamaica. And I'm calling the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission to look at it and scrutinize it very carefully, because the people of Jamaica are suffering in the healthcare system. There are so many pieces of equipment that need repair or to be replaced. And if you're buying equipment at very inflated prices, those resources are being misused, misappropriated, when they should be available to fix the things that are needing to be fixed in the hospitals and in the health centers. So many people can't have their elective surgeries done. Operating theaters closed. AC not working, elevator not working, CAT scan not available. Even at the Bustamante Children's Hospital, no CAT scan. May I tell you, time come, comrades. Time come. The people need change. That is why I have committed to putting ethics at the center of governance again. Upstanding government in the interest of the people. Government in which the people can have trust and confidence. We want to start a movement when we form government. We want it to be led by well-thinking Jamaicans, the churches, civil society organizations, academia, to try and bring back love into the society, bring back decency, bring back caring, bring back the values and attitudes that Jamaica used to be known for, but now, under this government, where the head of the stream is so rotten, we have lost our way, and we have to restore it.
We have lost our way, and we have to restore it. See the money where hold shares for another person. They don't want to give us any answers as to who truly owns Meditech. But their government have been doing a lot of business with Meditech. See me? Money something, money no fee, money sweet him. No accountability to the people of our country. But he's steady doing money pull up to a song that says government badness, Anju oldness. My God. We can't make this up. Big up yourself, Albert C. Albert says, thief not gonna fire a next thief. My God. We said to run back the video of Anju. One more time, may I play it?
This government does not care about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why didn't the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetence of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass no law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
What a dangerous man. What a dangerous man. So we're seeing him also on his campaign because they called a emergency meeting up by Belmont to say that they're in full campaign mode. I thought he would have called that meeting to announce the date for the general election. But he's calling a meeting, wasting our time to say that they're in full campaign mode. We don't want to hear that. Big up yourself, Nardi. Them for come down now. My God. He's even going around all over the island. And his recent stop was in Portland, where he's basically telling the people that they must give the Jamaica Labour Party their vote in order to get the bypass, because if a PNP win, they won't get the bypass. What a dangerous man. What a dangerous man. People who cannot be fooled, who cannot be deceived again by this man. No, under the same People's National Party that the South Coast Highway was sorted out. See article there? Funds identified for South Coast Highway when Omar Davis was the Minister of Transport. Davis has announced that a source has been identified to provide some 250 million US needed to begin construction of the Southern Coastal Highway. Peter Phillips and Davies are also in talks to add the project to the budget. The highway project will improve the Southern Coastal network from Harbourview, Kingston to Port Antonio, Portland, and Negril, Westmoreland to Mandeville, Manchester. So how now he's talking about begging the people him like baby at the very thin meetings that he's having. The meeting them thin out. Same 2015 December. New 1.6 billion US Harbourview to Portland Highway. Under the PNP, they declared intentions to build a highway connecting to Harbourview. This man winning in 2016. And he's coming now, how much 10 years later, to beg the people to say that he will sort out bypass, but only if they give him their vote for this general election. Because if a PNP win, a PNP won't do it. His lies will not win this election. Well-thinking Jamaicans, ABR families and viewers who cannot be tricked again by this man. He's a very dangerous man. Splash Digi says one of the saddest thing about all what they rob us, I bet most of it already spent out carelessly. We don't need no evidence to see that. You know, see them lease unoccupied buildings, paying how much thing? 400 million. They sign contract to lease it up until 2027. Big up yourself, Kev. Big up yourself, BCA. Celine Browning, big up yourself. Joanne Levine.
Me pot a boil ya, me belly full ya. Sweet Jamaica.
Sun a shine, but things not bright. Do a pot a boil, bickle not enough. River flood and rain a fall. Rain a fall, but dirty tough.
Rain a fall, but the dirty tough. More people are crying now under this government than any other government. Big up yourself, Gary. More people are crying now under this government than any other government. But all this government does is come out tit for tat with the opposition who is there to hold them accountable. So because Mark Golding come out on a campaign, come sing, say, when the right time comes, I'm going to charge for corruption. Him come out. This man here is very calculated when he Anju. And one must read between the lines and listen to the message. Him say I play chess. So them I play games with the lives of the people. While them sort out the rich. So the rich will get richer under their government. And the poor will get poorer. The same man will say, him a go have impeachment legislation. The same man will say, him a go have accountability framework. No, we can't see that. The same man will say the PNP and the others should leave the Integrity Commission to do their work. The same man will say fix election dates. My God. Come and sing after a report from the Integrity Commission says the man all assets 5 folds than when he started. The man 5 times, probably 10 times richer now. Coming to sing in our faces. Same belly full here. And enough of them will jump up around him very hungry. 300% increase later to try and prove that his assets matching up to his income. How much thin properties later, but all they can come out and tell us is that we're bad mind when we want accountability from them. You're bad mind. You grudge the man. Him going to politics with him money. What money? I think I seen a comment at one point. Sometime I not even answer someone. And it's not all of the comments them me see. But for the ones them when me see, me read them. And me respond. Sometimes I leave a heart. Me leave a like. Upon the comments them. But you have a next set. We're still blinded by the actions and the speech of this man. The same man was same old student loan. And people still believing that he went into politics with money. Are they speaking of the 47 million we did I talk about in the 90s? When he claimed to say the 90s was so dread and terrible, but he refused to speak of the 80s. And the 80s, he was a child, but he was a young baby when he couldn't remember anything from the 80s. But how ironic, he remembers everything from the 90s. The man same belly full here in pot of boil here. But yet still they complain and they curse at a Mark Golding for being, oh, he's a white man. And we don't want a white leader. And we don't want a this. And we don't want a that. But yet still we had a leader at one point who never even born in a Jamaica. Slave this, slave that. But look what a black man is doing. The black man a rob from the black man. They set up a whole army. Is a clique of them. Scraping and thieving and robbing from us. Robbing from our children. Look at the education sector. Look at the health sector. The man call a state of emergency for our roads. Look at the infrastructure. My God.
Me pot boil ya, me belly full ya. Sweet Jamaica.
Sun a shine, but things not bright. Do a pot of boil, bickle not enough. River flood and rain a fall. Rain a fall, but dirty tough.
The man could hardly sort out him wedding. At one point they were thinking to do a fish fry. We now make this up. These are facts. Just like how the Integrity Commission can come out boldly and tell us whatever is in their report are facts. And we're seeing them going tooth and nail and them trying to tear down the Integrity Commission at all costs. Every entity, everybody that should hold them accountable, them want to tear it down. They will not surrender Jamaica to the PNP. What is really going on? We cannot allow these people who are coming now after 2 terms to tell us to choose Jamaica when we already chose Jamaica. As I had a caller yesterday on the live saying that when I said choose Jamaica when the PNP party was created in Jamaica as well. It make it seem as if the PNP created way down a Pakistan and just coming at the country seeking to win over the country. Both parties were created in very same Jamaica by Jamaicans. So after 2 terms, after them promised this big prosperity, and we see how the prosperity thing go. We see how the prosperity train choo far. He's coming now to tell us to choose Jamaica. Just because Mark Jefferson Golin says we choose change. We choose change from the high levels of corruption. We choose change from the broken down of our systems from all sectors. We choose change from the fully doneness of our children. We choose change from nepotism, cronyism. Only a few people, them friends and them combolos, them pocket fat so till them in a conference. A beer money pull up all bout, left, right and center. Them a throw money all over. Big up yourself, Daniel Taylor. Christine, big up yourself. Einik. We choose change. We are all Jamaicans. We always choose Jamaica. No matter where we go, our roots, we neighbor string cut upon the Jamaican soil. So we are all Jamaicans and we will always choose Jamaica. But we are not choosing a Jamaica Labour Party. We don't need no more eyeglass. We don't want no more evidence to see what is going on. Look at how they hurriedly closed down the parliament after they agreed to close the parliament on July 2nd. I still see some little fool people. And I don't like to call people fool, you know. Me don't like call people fool and idiot, you know. Big up sis Joan Bailey. But we still have some little fool people. I go say what more we want. The man closed the parliament for call the election. But did he call the election? He already agreed. He knows that the annual report of the Integrity Commission must be read out and tabled in the parliament on June 30th. But because they had gotten a report the day before, they hurriedly kept parliament on June 24 and they closed the parliament on that very same day. And you still have some people that see nothing wrong with that. You still have some people still saying nothing is wrong with that. What is wrong with the minds of some of these people? One Dan says them uneducated. Boy, you put it too nice, my brethren. You put it too sweet. I fully don't say call that. fully done. Could it be that it's the other illicit enrichers who are under illicit probe? Or could it be that there's more illicit enrichers? One of the two, you know. Because we know the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, who happens to be the leader of the country, is one of the illicit 8. Big up yourself, Paula McLean. Much respect, my sister. Right? We need to know the other 7 before this election, but because them not no respect for the people of the country. If it were the other way around, a PNP would have to. The way all this man is arrogant and bully. Him have a bully mentality. Fame way or no way. Them a run the parliament like a them house where them can lock up anytime and nobody want go in a them house. And people are go rob out of them house and go in a them house, go break them house. So them can lock them house at any moment in time. And so me see them around the parliament. Big up Andrea Burke. But as Mark Golding said, when the right time come, so it's either another bombshell, either we don't know the other 7 are probably some out of that 7, or the numbers have gone up. Because they know the contents of that report that was sent. And so that's why them run for close down the parliament. Him close it for call election. You should have call it the same day when you announce it close on the 24th. You should have reel out the date. Time come. That's all I can say. Time come. I may have to play out this one time before me start on the next aspect of this.
you are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
Not for sale, not at all. What a song now you see, Verna Maurice. Big up yourself, Verna. Big up Mona Percy. Big up to Norman Hansen. Big up yourself. So let us take it now to some good news here. And I must take the time to big up the People's National Party candidate for Eastern Portland, one Isat Buchanan, has done it again, where victory prevailed for George Williams, who said to have spent 50 years imprisoned without a trial. And just to give you a little backstory, it said that George Williams was a mentally ill 20-year-old when he was arrested by police in 1970 and charged for allegedly killing another man. But in 2020, Isat Buchanan was basically hired by the civil rights group Stand Up for Jamaica to help get this man out of imprisonment. Can you imagine? It's alleged that he's mentally ill at 20 years old. They allege that he killed another man in the 70s. But why didn't this man get a trial date? 50 years imprisoned. But even so, back then, the life sentence wouldn't be so much. So many years out of this man's life wasted. And then they couldn't prove whether or not he killed that man. However, yesterday news broke that the government was ordered to pay $120 million to George Williams, who is now about 76 years old or 75. And it says the Supreme Court of Jamaica has ordered that the state pay $120 million to George Williams, the man who spent 50 years in prison, 42 years without a review. Gross negligence of the system. The judgment was handed down by a judge, Sonia Wint Blair, a few moments yesterday. Williams is to receive $42 million for vindicatory damages and close to $79 million for compensatory damages. And then I asked the question, is $120 million enough? But then some persons argued that, a victory is a victory. And at his age, the 120 will do. But as I said again, big shout out and hats off to Isat Buchanan.
Today I can say, thank the Lord, my brother is out. And boy, the journey will be hard, but I'm prepared for it.
This is certainly what I like to call swift justice, and so I'm very happy to know that all of this happened in 7 days. Certainly, in a perfect society, you could appreciate that this is what we want for our justice system. And so I would just implore all and please all defense attorneys that there are many of our brothers and sisters still in there, and we need to be able to assist them like we did for George.
It's just the beginning. We have plenty more, and we are committed to trying to. We got some funds, and we got the attorney, we got the psychiatrist, and I am ready to go for the all of them one by one until I will make sure that mentally ill are not locked in prison.
I think one of the misconceptions we have about persons with mental illness is that their functional state is permanent and that they cannot. So Williams has been on medication and is consistently being treated through the correctional services. I must applaud them for that. And certainly that his mental facets have improved since 1970 when he was incarcerated on a psychiatrist. And he has shown significant improvement. He does have some persistent psychotic symptoms, but they do not interfere with his ability to either engage or understand what's going on. And I see that's one of the issues that we have to deal with. But the reality is that what we all agree on is that the best place for Mr. Williams is for him to be at home with his relatives and for his treatment to be provided in the least restrictive environment. And I think that's what happened to here today, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
I'm feeling so elated right now. After 50 years, and he's finally free. You know, words can't even explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm really, really grateful. Thanks to Jamaica's stand-up group, Mr. Buchanan and his team. He did a very great job in such a short time. And I hope for the rest of inmates that is in there incarcerated just the same time like Mr. George Williams, I hope justice will be served in the short space of time that justice has been served to my uncle, George Williams.
Big up yourself, my sis, Pat W. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the support on the channel. And so, Portland people, I'm appealing to you. Wanna see we have a candidate for the People's National Party that cares for the people. Wanna know one nothing more to see that Isaac Buchanan as an MP would make great difference in Portland and in Eastern Portland, to be exact. Lyris Beckford, big up yourself. Time come and time come now. We have to give the People's National Party the chance as how you all gave Anju Holness the chance back then. And after 10 years, he's not riding on achievements. He's riding on the past and blaming the People's National Party. The incumbent is riding on the past and blaming People's National Party. Time come and time come now. Justice for the forgotten. Justice for the people when them file last in a file 13. Justice for Jamaican people. Can you imagine? This government broke our constitution. How much 10 times? And if it were not for a People's National Party under the leadership of a Mark Jefferson Golding, they would continue. 17-0. 17 times the People's National Party has taken them to the courts. And the difference between a People's National Party and a Jamaica Labour Party is that the People's National Party uses the correct manner in order to tackle this government. And it grieves me all the time when we hear people say the two parties are the same thing. It grieves me when we hear people say none are better than none. We never ever give a Mark Golding a chance. Mark Golding have never taken the leadership of the country. So we can't take the past fat and fry a Mark Jefferson Golding. Look at the transformation he did under Portia Simpson Miller administration as a justice minister. And we have a justice minister right now who supports and backs everything that Anju Holness does. He says he's a justice minister. And the 17 times when Anju Holness break the constitution, him never see nothing wrong with that. So we cannot keep saying that the two parties are the same until we give a Mark Golding a chance. Until we give him the opportunity to implement all of the plans and policies that he has for the Jamaican people. Not for some, but for all. A People's National Party under the leadership of a Mark Jefferson Golding will not only build social houses for just the PNP who are in dire need, but will serve all. It's not like an Anju Holness who duplicate, as the Auditor General stated in her report, the same programs, allotting much billions and millions to it, carrying out the same function. He pledged to build 1,000 social housing each year. And the man barely passed 300. And it is said that all those houses are being given out to Jamaica Labour Party supporters. A Mark Jefferson Golding will come and serve all. Once you're out of the election phase and the winner is announced, that person is not only supposed to support persons from their party or persons who support them, but should serve all, because at the end of the day, we're all Jamaicans. Some not see it, but at the end of the day, we are all Jamaicans. And I just want to play a little clipping of this video to show the camaraderie. And this is what we need leading up to this general election. We don't want a leader we are sending out them supporters, sending direct messages to them supporters to go and counter protest because he don't want to be held accountable. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the reception of a Mark Jefferson Golding over there in Eastern St. Anju. Look at that. ABR family are about to open the phone lines right now. Anybody wants to call in, chime in, let me know and say based on everything that was outlined in this live video. Please to like up the live and share out the live. Like up the live and share out the live. I wonder if them hear the dead babies crying. I wonder if Anju Holness will take his own advice and fire Chris Tufton. Blessed morning, Miss Winnie. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Good morning, Miss Ross. How are you?
I'm all right.
People of Miss Ross, I am so hurt to know this man said he's got $1 billion, $1 billion for this and that. What about the hospital? June alone, 24 baby died. And for 18 months, 216 baby died. Because there's no ventilator, there's nothing in the hospital. Nothing at all. Huh? And this man is going around pretending he's got $1 billion. $1 billion, what it is save up to spend for election gimmick. He's not going to, he only do saying that. About his singing about his belly full. Yes, your belly full.
Well full.
But what about the babies out there, the little children who's crying that they're hungry? You don't, your heart is black.
My God.
But your heart is black, you and your wife.
Black like a tar.
Your sons are billionaire and they don't know how to sweep a road or a bedroom. Anju, what are you and your wife doing at the graveyard in the 12 o'clock at night?
My God.
Why you and 3 others was at the graveside in the night? What were you doing, burying babies? Or trying to raise the dead? It's a pity the dead in those graveyards didn't give you some box in your face and turn your head right around the other way.
My God.
Andrew, you are wicked. You and Tufton are wicked. 216 baby died in 18 months. 24 for June alone. It's there, Andre. Show the proof of the babies that died. 24 and June don't finish yet.
All right.
But it's got to be more than this, though. It got to be some kind of harvesting or ritual.
My God.
Because they believe young babies are pure and they can use them for ritual. Something, listen, may God forgive me, something is not right. Andrew, you, Tufton, need to go to prison because you give the money and Tufton do what he got to do with it. Don't forget, your wife said anywhere PNP, anywhere there is rubbish and dump, the PNP live. Right? And you call us dogs and other names. You're singing. What? Andrew, I'm mixing up everything. Why? When Mark sing, you want to sing.
Copycat.
When Mark dance, you want to dance. You cannot be Mark. Mark is above class. He's not a thief. He don't cheat on his wife. 35 years marriage and he never sleep out, nor his wife. Or she never sleep out.
Him can't beat that. A true family man.
He don't know gambling table. He don't know warehouse. He don't get them places. He's a decent man. And you cannot walk in the shoes he used in the garden. You cannot put your foot in it. You're not good enough. Look how you let the Jamaican hospital run down. That baby dying. My son born and he weighed just about 2 pounds. And they have him in the incubator for maybe 2 weeks because he was a greedy baby and he eats a lot and they let him out. My husband, nephew, and grandchild weighed 1 pound when he born and now he's a 35-year-old, 36-year-old man. My best friend, baby, was 1 pound, East London, and she lived. She's a woman now, have her own house in good job. Baby does live if they have the equipment to save their life. You Tufton is murderers. You know what's going on in the hospital. And by the way, you might not know because you're too busy checking your bank account.
My God.
You might not know, so maybe so because you're too busy checking it. I'm sure it's more than 28. That's what they find in my book. If I'm wrong, may God forgive me, but you have more than 28 bank account. You're a bound thief. You finger too easily. You see money, your eye get big. Andrew, do better for the hospital. You cannot do anything now because you close Parliament. Because you're a coward. You won't let us know the 7 name. But we know the 7 name, but we can't say so because I don't want you to sue me. You is a nasty piece of prime minister. I know Siaga was bad, but you worse than Siaga now. 216 baby died, 24 in June. Mighty God, mighty God of Daniel. And you, when you was opposition, you say because 18 baby died, you carry on. Now 216, carry on now, you nasty piece of man. I hear you here, man.
All right, Miss Winnie, bless up yourself. Thanks for calling. We hear from Miss Winnie. Anju is a nasty man. You's a nasty little man. Blessed morning, my caller, you're live.
Good morning, sis.
Yes.
Boy, this Jamaican live, it's just always so much to say about them, but
true.
Try it on it. When I hear this man talking about black man time, right? It is saying, call Samuda, it is not your time.
Yes.
It is saying, Delroy Chuck, it is not your time.
Thank you very much. Talk it up, my brother.
It's saying, Metro Siaga, it is not your time. It's saying to the Matalans and the Issas and the Azans, it's not your time. So all of those white people in the PSOJ,
the Stewarts, them, it's not their time. Them
it's
big
Adam
friends.
Stewart, it's not your time. So I don't know how those people in private sector, in the PSOJ that are white people, find that statement comforting, that nobody not come out and say anything. And the matter of closing the parliament a bit earlier, I cannot call the election because we're in campaign season for the longest time, and it was originally slated for July 2. So that is a non-argument. So to move it up, it's clear, and we don't even have to speculate. I wonder if it's because of the 7 a.m. It is because of the 7 a.m. There's no doubt about it. Had it been otherwise and a PNP name was on it, bet you believe nationwide would have it already.
Thank you very much. Them need to charge them too, because if the reports are not tabled and they keep getting leaks.
No, if PNP people using a head, man, if PNP name was in it, man, they would move up the thing for earlier closure.
True.
And the next thing you have to look at, nationwide would be singing from the hymn book this morning.
I know, not even from this morning, from the same even when the report, when them get the report. Yeah.
It would have been leaked if a PNP, so we don't need to speculate. It is what it is.
True.
And you see, because we don't know who the 7 are, it's a one thing in line now. Once you know that there is something wrong and you can't point finger, we can clearly say that out of the 49, Anju is a known criminal and a thief. So we have 48 leave. Until we know who the 7 are, all other 48 are suspects.
All right then.
And that's how we need to treat them.
Yep.
All other 48 are suspect. If we cannot know who the 7 are, and this is how I want the voters to view it, the other 48 are suspect. There's no two way about it. And on the dead baby scandal, you know, I remember how them deal with Fenton Ferguson, you know. The man even go as far as press Portia Simpson Miller.
Yes.
Fire Fenton Ferguson, you know. The first are the...
Yeah.
And you don't fire the man, you don't take the Ministry of Health from him. And you see, if I was a man to kill, when take away my minister was from me.
Yeah, hearing you.
If you're hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, if I was a man to kill, where you would take away my minister post. And if I was a Wheatley, where you would take away my minister post. And me watch clearly and see you can't do nothing to Tufton. I'm gonna call you a punk. Yeah, he's a big punk.
I'm afraid of
you
man.
take away those people. Yeah, you're afraid of Tufton, man.
You can't touch Tufton.
And as it relates to, and people need to read. Let me see them come out and even bash PNP for the song Blood and Fire Comrade. And them walk around and sing shower. Them know the history behind shower.
Them don't know nothing about shower. Exactly.
It's them from a shower posse that are known drug dealers, criminal syndicates.
We shower rains of bullet pan people. When them a come for you, you know.
The shower posse is big in America, you know. Yeah, the shower posse was big in a drug dealer, man. Syndicates of criminal. So when people talking about shower, it's a spiller from the shower posse. So Jamaica need to wake up. We need to go there and vote. We need to go there early and vote. And the next thing I'm going to encourage people to do, when you vote, nobody just vote and go home. Vote, stay and see what go on with proceedings. Use up the camera phones.
Yes, man. No
Let
intimidation.
Some of these people redundant. Let me get some of these people redundant after take money out of envelope and green shirt.
True.
Yes, man. We need, after we vote, we need to also be soldiers on the ground and not just vote and go in.
We have to watch them like hawk, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it is our responsibility to ensure that fairness is there too. Yeah.
True.
And for the public sector workers, don't need to do. That's all me I say.
All right then, my brother.
0% in year one, don't need to do. Don't need to do. I don't need to say anything more. You can find $11 billion for solidarity program, and you can't give more than 0%. Public sector worker, talk to the family, auntie, brother, sister, and don't need to do.
That is it.
Have a great morning, my sister.
All right then, big up yourself, my brother. Much respect every time. Public sector workers, wanna do what you need to do. Public sector workers, who have the power. All the people, well-thinking Jamaicans, all the people of our country, who have the power. Please go out and exercise on a constitutional right. Get out the younger ones, them 18 years and older. Make sure say them there on the voters list. Big up yourself, Rosalie Ricketts. Make sure say them there on the voters list. I want to go out in numbers. Overwhelm the system. All comrades want to go out. Not stay home like the last time. Overwhelm the system. Make them can't don't count. When we beat them, we beat them by thousands. Thousands. Them say 2.8 million people can vote. Wanna go out. That's on the ground in Jamaica. Wanna please go out and vote. Blessed morning, my sister. You're live.
Good morning.
Yes.
And happy Friday.
Happy Friday, sis.
Okay. So I'm watching your program. I'm sitting down here listening, and I'm listening about the 3-card man that we have as our leader.
Yeah.
So, I want to tell him 2 things this morning. If you never learn as a child that if you spit in the sky, Andrew, it will always fly back into your own face. What you did to Portia Simpson, it's coming back to haunt you now. You can't fire Chris Tufton because maybe Chris Tufton have your secret. Me hear Chris Tufton last week say, oh, we have to do what we have to do. We have to go do what we have to do to win back. Whatever on the plan, you can't plan it because guess what? The people are rejecting you. And them not, no. So no might as well pack on a bag and start walk now. If Andrew was anything good, Andrew would not be sitting down waiting to run for another term, a third term. Because with all the disgrace, the corruption, the this, the that, any sensible person, but you know what? The word when use about fully done, he's one of them.
You know, like bright people, I them say so.
Not my words. I him come up with the word, the statement fully done. About the water. Those people don't know that basic water and housing are some of their basic necessities that they need to survive in their life. So why you make people carry black drum? They're supposed to put running water in the pipe. Jamaica is not in a medieval era. It's 2025 now. People not supposed to carry water on their head and I come put water in a plastic black drum. You do, I agree if you need water to wash or do certain other things, but why would you be drinking water out of that black tank? Is that tank safe to drink water from? Anybody test them?
I doubt it.
All right. I was listening where they said the roads were talked about by the party, the who is in opposition now, and that money must have been allocated. So what did he do with the money because if the money was already allocated, it was in the treasury when they came to power 2016. What you do with the money?
Good question.
What did he do with the money?
Good question.
Me have something else to tell him, Mr. Or me call you Mr. You not deserve Mr. because you have shaken the Caribbean so much with it's like a volcano coming and a volcano eruption. This man, his password is bad mind, bad mind, bad mind.
Yeah.
But listen to me. Stop using that word because looking at you, you are the epitome of bad mind. Because guess what? You were under the tutelage of such man where dead and gone. And all in teach you to do a thief.
My God.
And then when they catch up on you, you go turn around and tell people about bad mind. Who bad mind you for what? Some of us don't have as much as where you have, and we don't need it neither. Because maybe we need just the basic to survive and be happy. But look how much you have and you can be happy. And the moment somebody come across you and question you, the Integrity Commission, you want to blow them out of the ear. You want to carry us to court because of the people of Jamaica you sue. We have to go pay for your lawsuit. You sue with what? You sue the Integrity Commission. That means we have to go pay your
lawyer fees.
Bill. I hope it's not so. You sue because you are the epitome of bad mind. You bad mind people. So that's why you put your hand in a cookie jar and have all where you accumulate, and that's not a good sign to be teaching your children. Me tell you that much.
True.
Yes. And I mean, the people that we are walking talk about the parties are the same because uno fully done like uno leader. You understand? Uno fully done like this man. Uno enable him in corruption.
Them enable him in everything that he does.
And coming to this Dr. Mackenzie, she and the dead babies. Me ask she one question. If they didn't die from you ruling out infection, say it's not infection kill them because we don't want to speak truth. Then the rumor that is swirling around Jamaica then that don't doing human smuggling and human trafficking and organ trafficking, could that be true then? Because if an infection in the maternity ward that is killing the babies them, what else? Speak the truth and speak it ever, because the investigation is coming, and guess what? People from the all right, a lot of them are going in a problem, because people from the hospital, you to Dr. Mackenzie, people from the RGD and the nurses and the doctors at Jubilee who know whole on going in a mess. Because guess what? If a thief will not thief, people picking you and sell them as the rumor going around. Because it's not only human trafficking me here last night. It's alleged that we're not doing human trafficking and whole heap of who are going in trouble. So we're not prepare, we're not room back.
And not only that too. Not only that. She rule out. She hurriedly come and rule out infection outbreak. But did they swab the unit to find out how them get back the result? Did they swab the unit? Did she say whether they swab the unit or not? So how she just run out and rule out?
Listen, last night a lot of people were calling to a program. And I sat down, I never say a word because I feel comfortable calling and talking to you than some of the other people them.
Yes.
And I listened to that program and I said, I am not entertaining the argument. But this morning when I heard you talking about it again, I said, you know something? What those people were saying last night, I don't think it is a rumor, something in a something. Because people have babies who weigh 4 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds, and they survive as preemies. So the thing that caught my attention last night was that people went there, had their babies, and they took the babies. Sometimes babies need resuscitation, so you have to carry them to the area where you resuscitate them.
Yes.
And bring them back to the room where the mother is for a while until whatever. But my point is the woman said her baby was taken out, and then the next couple hours them come back and tell her, say, her baby dead. And she said, can you bring him and make me look on him one last time? And they said, no, it a go freak her out. So, something in a something. Uno doing treacherous at that hospital. That is not what the Victoria Jubilee Hospital was years and years ago. Uno treacherous, uno treasonous, uno wicked, uno should not take the oath.
It's the worst the hospital has ever been under this government.
You guys should never have taken an oath. The Hippocratic oath, uno should not take it, because if uno doing those things, uno need to go to prison. And Jamaica need to be, it needs to be a new awakening in Jamaica, because here is the deal. You need to have lawyers who are willing to stand up and sue these doctors and these crooks that do bad things to patients. And the patients one lady just lost her daughter 2 weeks ago. The girl went in there January, had her baby at the same Jubilee Hospital. Them do C-section on her, and that girl died with a wound in her abdomen.
Yeah. My God.
Whether it be infection or not, it should never have happened to her. She's only 31 years old, and her child is going to grow up. She was only 31.
Yeah.
Her child is going to grow up without a mom. The grandmother have to. And the thing that burdened me with this thing is that woman had just lost her mother a week or two before her daughter died.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So doctors turning ayatollahs now. My word, and nobody else talk. No, Mark, put them in a them place when you take over. These wretches need to be disciplined. Not all the doctors I'm talking, the ones who think them are ayatollahs, like them boss upper Jamaica House. Anju, you're not my ayatollah. I'm not afraid of you. You need to be put in your place, because you are the epitome of the bad mind where you talk about. If your name bad mind, you couldn't be drilled. I mean, and these idiot know him take up how much $1 billion. I go give 50,000 people. Oh no, say no money where you rob out of taxing on the food. Putting tax on the food, one to eat, one can't even buy. I hate him, I go turn around, give back some, to what, forget vote, idiot, go and go vote for him. If you don't want to grant. Yesterday, I was supposed to tell you, say, go vote for the person who is going to make a better life when you're not dead and gone. For no grandchildren. No children and grandchildren need a better Jamaica, not this slum where we live in now. We don't need that. This man don't respect us, else he would have put in proper roads. He has traveled abroad and he has seen the way other governments used people's tax money, pave roads, put in water, put in the infrastructure to make their citizens comfortable. And this doggone idiot sit down and put it It's like him thinking can trample on top of us because guess what? All we need is chicken dinner and $50,000. Don't give that to me. I don't need your money. I might not have much, but me don't need nothing from you, Andrew. You are a wicked dictator.
Same
and you're going to
sis.
suffer, you're going to pay for it.
All right,
you
sis.
Like
wicked
you
man.
go up in a son tenement yard brat you.
All right, sis. Thanks for calling. Big up yourself.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. That's my sis right there with a mouthful. Anju, unless you're wicked. Big up yourself, Serene Sue. DJ Architect, big up. Sandra Harton, bless up on yourself. ABR family, like and share out the live. We're about to end the live in a few, but you know, so we have to play the biggest, baddest tune from the People's National Party. Big up to all the blood and fire comrades. Mark Golin send a message to the JLP apologists and the activists and the all of them we are talking about the song. Fire upon them. Big up yourself, Judith Kelly. The orange is ripe, so we are going to juice it. Big up one major daps, Godson. We're there. Big up yourself. Thanks for the continued support. Big up to everybody on the live. About to pull up that tune one more time and then jump off of the live. Thanks, Missy T. Big up everybody. Please to leave a like on the live and share out the live. Road to 30,000 subscribers. We should have been reached there already. But thanks again, everybody, for the continued support. You be Comrade 1PNP. Big up yourself. Wilbert Cameron. Much respect, much love. Alright, so I take the last call and then we pull up the tune. Blessed morning, my brother. You're live.
Morning,
Mm-hmm.
Morning, you see, we are only talking about, you're talking about those dead babies. That is only Victoria Jubilee.
That is only Victoria Jubilee, yeah.
What about the length and breadth of the country?
Mm-hmm. True.
When Tufton 18 babies died, it was across the country, and they make a big issue about it.
Yes. So under the PNP administration, you want to be clear that the 18 babies that died under the PNP was right across the country.
Right.
So what we're talking about now is just at Victoria Jubilee, but what about the other? Okay.
What about the other part?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make that clear.
True.
So why, you know, I mean, can I tell Tufton to resign?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine my boss come up and I tell me, say, stop with something, and him come up. I mean, I'm at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk to me.
Not at all. Can't talk to none of them.
You compromise.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk to nobody. You understand what I said to you? So everybody loves them, please.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the head of the street is dirty, what do you think?
True.
One of them dirty, messy, water got dirty.
Same so, true.
You understand what I said to you? So definitely you can't talk to Tufton. So you can't find nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the power to do that. You go fire Tufton, you want a Labour Party mash up.
Mm-hmm.
You want a Labour Party mash up. Oh man, him not gonna force him, man. You know, he might Tufton and fire him.
My gosh. That them should have been do that.
The Jamaica Labour Party is a party of corruption as a criminal organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a party, it's a criminal organization. Believe in organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I said to you? You can have a party which associates itself to show a posse.
Mm-hmm.
Which posse?
And one come question the biggest, baddest music. Eh?
Yeah.
From the PNP. Sure.
You listen, man. It's just true the song I burn them, and Labourite dance to the song, and I sing the song too.
Yeah.
And then realize that you sing the song.
Everybody, the song catchy and nice. And the message is clear.
You probably see how big Labour right? And you go in there, you picture sing, say, we have blaze and fire covering.
Yeah.
You go in there, you go picture sing them song there. I Labour. Yeah, man. Time come, man, and I can reach them, man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I'm coming out to give people, say, man, give back $1 billion to the vulnerable. Brother, put your money, man.
Mm-hmm.
You might tax their money. There's a lot of good need to be done. Why you don't take that and spend at the hospital then, when a bed's not there? Why you don't buy some beds put at the hospital? Why you never fix some CT scan in the hospital then?
Mm-hmm.
Where the whole country can benefit.
True.
Stop by where my vote. Buy vote.
And that's
in a
another.
pandemic, when the people that really need that money there, why never give them time now? When the people place lockdown and nobody there work, and everybody have to stay home. Why not give people them the money?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's why we choose change.
Mm-hmm.
And when we choose change, we choose Jamaica.
True.
You're just a copycat Anju was saying, to Mark Wallace say, he choose change. You compare choose Jamaica. If Mark Wallace sing, you sing. If Mark Wallace dance, you dance. If Mark Wallace run, you run.
My God.
Anything you do, you try to do it. You try to copy it. But here, you know, your name is not the same. That one is certified, that one is uncertified.
All right, now.
One can tell them come by well. One can't tell them come by as well.
All right.
One is trying to shock out illicit enrichment out of the parliament, and one is trying to keep it in the parliament.
Yeah.
One is trying to you understand what I said? There's about different.
Yeah.
One is the opposite of you.
One want impeachment and the next one don't want it.
Mark only want impeachment, you don't want it. Mark only have integrity, you don't have none. Mark only can speak about corruption, you can't.
True.
So there's a big difference between you two. Don't size up, man.
Same so.
Don't size up, man.
Chat to the people them before you come off, my brother. Chat to the people them.
Yeah, man, don't size up with the PMP, man. PMP are not the same thing, never the same. We are not the same. You are not like us. Labourite is not like PMP. Not given there. On a mash of education system, we don't. We build an education system. Tell me a school you for almost 10 years in a middle school, that even a basic school, not even a primary school. You never try to develop the education system. You broke it down. On a answer the havoc to the education system.
Time come here, man.
Yeah, man, don't like when people done so they can buy them, give them 5,000 box food and then tell us and keep them hungry. Just when the time can give them 5,000 box food, they feel like a minister or something, they're good. I mean, the praise minister, it's a road, a water, those are basic commodities that people need.
Yeah.
What politicians are supposed to do as them daily job to ensure that the community they serve, ensure that they get roads and water and homes. You know, when you're a politician, this policy, they put in place that the country can benefit and that the community can benefit from them. That's why you're a politician.
True.
Now, you tell me a policy or a program that the JLP put in place since they are in power for the last 9.5 years to benefit Jamaica. I benefit Jamaican public. I dare one of you to come out and tell me. These guys don't have a plan. Their plan is all to do is chop and scrape, and the man in crowds get rich, and the poor get poor, and the rich get richer. That's all their plan is about. They're not about the economy. They're not about me and you. They're not business. They're just try to look for something out to. There's an election going on now where they want people vote. And if the people are dumb enough to sell their vote like slave, I make these people buy them out and use them. And why I make them use them?
Want them for me, no, man. Want them.
Why I'm selling them be like a slave them and continue them the slave. And continue them, make them a bunch of education system. Your picnic can't go down to school. You don't have a chance to send a picnic to university. Don't you going to send them yet? Remember saying, Anju is the only prime minister people criticize, and they said boys gonna lock them up, A lot of people criticize Portia, they criticize PJ, they criticize even the Senator Tiago. He could have done the same thing, But once you're a public figure, you are there to take criticism, and you take the criticism. People can't criticize, people can't say anything about you.
Yeah, I'm not above scrutiny.
And you get their feelings and get personal feelings and send police come look for them.
You need to send police for the criminal them, including himself.
He needs to send police himself and the other 7.
That is it.
If you realize, look, the man mash up the FID. He's doing his best to mash up the Integrity Commission. He's doing all his power to these agencies that to hold government accountable. He's there trying to mash them down. When I say we are going, you take Dennis Strong, you compromise the FID by making the education system lower and the requirement lower, so you can put your friend in there who don't even qualify and put him there to get the work. people. When I look on this, it's not a joke thing, you know. This man has to go.
No two ways about it.
No, I have to go and I have to go to prison too. When I feel like, say, when they hear man going to something like about charge of corruption, him know him on that list there. So that's why I try to do everything for all of the power.
For clean up.
To clean up. But you tell me now, Parliament must close the 2nd of July. You know, say, the Integrity Commission annual report is team at the 30th of June. And you will lock Parliament a week before you know that report goes to the You know, so that's something like that.
Definitely.
The say, let them see, you know, and who have ears, let them hear. So they can still go like on a blind and put web up on there and say nothing. I'm going to achieve monkey them, see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. Wake up, smell the coffee, realize this man take 300% increase himself and give you $1,000 per year pay. Minimum wage. Time come now, my sister, man.
Alright, my brother, for real. That is it. Big up yourself. And thanks for calling. Much respect.
Yeah, sis.
Alright. Big up yourself, Irene Linton, Nathaniel Brown, Elsie Lynn Wright, Helen 2 Rose, big up yourself, Jennifer. Big up. Valerie God favor my sis, big up yourself every time. All blood and fire, comrades. Send up some emoji in the live chat. We're about to jump off of the live right now. Please to like and share out the live. Support the Zelle if you can. Bless up the super chat and the super thanks if you can. Big up on yourself.
You are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
Peter Davis, big up yourself. Big up Evan Miller. Thanks for the continued support, each and every one. Big up to Splash DJ. Please to run go over his YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. Get him to 1,000 subscribers. And also remember to support the other social media warriors. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Friday. One love. The word is and will always be love. Big up all ABR Massive. Big up to the well-thinking Jamaicans. And big up to the People's National Party.